Hey guys, it's Janet here with remarkablycreated.com. I'm with the Arkon Mounts booth here at Creativation 2018, and I wanted to talk to you about something that solved my video needs. I felt really normal after talking with a lot of people that came through our booth throughout the last 3 days, because I had spent thousands of dollars trying to find a very simple solution to create those over-the-head type tutorials. And as I talked with people coming through the booth throughout the last couple of days, I heard stories of people building stands with Legos, with Tinker Toys, using styrofoam snowmen, using ladders with taped cameras and all of that kind of stuff. And so I realized that this literally is that magic bean. And so I want to talk to you, I want to show you what I've done for the last year, and then I want to show you where I'm going forward. The cool thing is that this is just simply $99.95. And that alone makes it a huge solution because the price point's phenomenal. So what this is this is a 7-pound stand. It has a very, very small footprint. Because of its size and its footprint, I keep it set up in the corner of, actually I have a little table set up, but I keep it set up now all the time in my craft studio, which means that as I'm prepping for classes or events, I can run over and I can put a card together on a video very quick. Or if I have this great epiphany or an excited moment and there's no one in my house who gets it, I can run and go do a Facebook Live with all that energy and excitement. Just pop my phone in and I can go live spontaneously, which has been a lot of fun. So it's really just made it very convenient for me to be more consistent in my video making. It's allowed me to get that look that I want down. So when you're doing your videos down, you're going to have your phone in. You have a choice with your phone of it being front facing down, or you can turn it around so that you have, which the better camera is your rear facing camera. You can have that down, which allows you to kind of touch the start, and then you can be working in your area here, which is great. The arms are all adaptable. So first and foremost, you can raise this up and down, and you can go a lot higher if you really wanted to. It can stretch extremely tall, and we'll give you the exact measurements if you need to know that. It does come with 3 articulating arms here. If you happen to have purchased one of the older ones and only had 2, if you email service@arkon.com, they will send you a 3rd one out. The 3rd one is what you'll need to extend it beyond the base and have that nice working surface, but it's all totally adjustable based on how you want it. A couple of you, when I told you I would be doing this video, told me that you have a little bit of issue with it being kind of tipped forward. I did find that to possibly be the case when you extend it totally straight out, perpendicular at that 90-degree angle. And so a lot of that's going to come in just how you balance your phone where it's at. If you have even a bigger phone and a gentleman stopped by this morning, an OtterBox case or something like that we put in here, you can do like the bakers do. They put a big bag of flour on their stand to keep it from tipping. Since I don't bake and we don't have a lot of flour in the house, I would simply put a brick or a heavy weight on it to keep it from tipping. Arkon also has clamp mounts that you could put on the base if it's at the edge of your table, if you're using something and you're a little bit worried about it. I know some of you also have some very active kitties sometimes, or little puppies that you might be worried about bumping it. In that case, again, you might want to weight the base down. One of the things that I do encourage you to do when you get it is to play with that camera position by sliding your phone back and forth a little bit, getting just that optimal position for yourself. A lot of times you get something, you put it in and you expect it to work a certain way in your head right out of the box, but you do need to go ahead and adjust all of these clamps for your height, for the size, height of the surface that you're working on, and even the size of the project that you're working on. So you are going to have to do just a little bit of work that way. In the past year, when I've been using it with Facebook Live, what I've done is I've had my phone in and I've said, you know, hi guys, it's Janet, how are you doing? I'm excited to share some projects with you today. Hang on just a second, I'm going to just slowly turn the camera down, and I've kept it just loose enough to move slowly, and I've turned the cameras down. Of course, in this case, I personally did not monitor my customers' comments. I said to them, I won't be able to see your comments. I will respond to all of them at the very end. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. And it gave me a chance to go back and engage with them after the video. I know some of you have kept your laptops off to the side. Arkon does have a little stand like this. If you wanted to put your iPad in it, you could log into Facebook and have your iPad sitting here, and then you could be watching your comments. What I will be using, though, going forward, I'm going to move this stand off to the side, and I'm going to bring this stand in. The base stand is exactly the same as what you just saw. The new piece that was unveiled on Saturday or Friday, the first day of the show, is this little adapter here for your iPad. It does come with 3 different size legs, so it will hold all the way up to the largest iPad on the market, different Surface Pros, netbooks, things like that, so we'll hold all of those. What it's going to allow you to do while you're live is monitor on the screen your Facebook if you want. Another benefit is if I slide this the whole way up, and I'm going to pull a chair up and sit down for just a second. So if my camera's in here and it's looking down over my Surface, if I take, and I've had this slid all the way up, and I slide this down, and I have it in camera mode, I'm seeing almost what the overhead view is seeing. You know, the little edge here I can't see, but that allows me, as I'm talking in and demoing and demonstrating and all that, I can see if I've moved something out of the field of vision that I really wanted to keep in. I can see if I've brought way too much in and it's getting kind of cluttered and distracted. I can see if I've leaned into the scene if I don't want to do that. Some of you have longer hair and sometimes you lean in and that gets in the scene. And so I can see that and I can kind of monitor, and by monitoring that and doing some of these things, it's going to decrease any editing needs that I might have, because I can literally do a small autocorrect on the thing. So just by using that iPad in camera mode to kind of monitor myself as I'm filming overhead with my phone. The stand also comes with an adapter. It's a ball adapter that fits in those traditional mounts on your cameras and things like that. So you're going to have that to work with. There's also a small projector called a Pico projector, and you're going to be able to use that. Some of your older flip phones, your DSLRs. Again, if you're working with a DSLR, that's something that's going to make this quite tippy, and you're going to want to definitely weight the base. Another item that I have been using for the last year is this little ring light. It does have 3 settings. You have the really bright light, you have the cool light, and then you have that really soft light. I do like to use this when I go live. I should have used it this morning, especially on a Monday morning when you're tired. It can soften your glow and make you look a little bit more presentable, I guess, on Facebook. So you can clip it on there. In addition, let me grab this phone here for just a second. If you want to throw a little bit of light, we know that a good majority of our crafters are 30 and older, and so if you want to throw that little extra light down on the surface, I'll turn it off here for a second so you can watch it change down here on the surface. So you can throw that little extra light by having it on your camera. You could actually have 2 at $14.95. It's a great little investment to have that little extra light just being tossed right down. You do see some shadows here, and I don't want you to think that has anything to do with this equipment. We're in a large convention center and we can't control the big lighting overhead, and we can't actually move into the next person's booth or something to get away from those shadows. So the shadows aren't a reflection of the equipment or anything like that, so I don't want you to think that. This little light also is rechargeable. It has a little USB adapter for recharging it, which is perfect. You can also it has a dialer adapter, so you can also adjust the lighting with the dialer adapter as well. It does come in a cute little purse. This makes a great incentive for your business builders, a little gift as well. And it has a lot of uses outside. I keep one in my purse for low light settings and selfies and things like that. So that's a great piece of equipment. This stand here, in the coming week, I will be talking about a program called Switcher, and I'll be doing some tutorials on it. This stand here is going to become an absolute must-have if you want to do Switcher and you don't want to have a second person. And I'll just tease you a little bit with why Switcher is a great program with this and why this is a perfect marriage for switcherstudio.com. With Switcher, you're able to make one phone or one device what's called a remote camera, and one is like the main studio. So I would have the main studio here, and I'd be, hi guys, it's Janet, how are you doing? You ready to craft today? And instead of going, close your eyes, don't let me make you dizzy. And sometimes when we flip, we run the risk, like I did a week ago and had 3 sideways videos in 3 hours, of somehow or another we touch something, we do something, our videos get twisted, we look crazy. Switcher allows you to make this a remote, and I just go, hi guys, let's stamp. And now this is the camera that's on. In addition, I've never brought my cameras back up to say goodbye, but now I can just with the tap of the button go back to this is the main camera and say, good night guys, thank you so much for being a part, I can't wait to see you again. There's all kinds of other bells and whistles that would be a part of that that will help you understand it. But I want you to know that while we'll be talking about that advanced equipment, and some of you are ready for that, some of you haven't started doing videos, and you don't need all of that. What you need to get going is this $99.95 stand. It's perfect. Really the only way to get better and to improve is to start doing videos. To me, the only bad video is the video that hasn't been made yet. So the $99.95 stand is where I would start. You don't need all this other stuff, but I want to talk about it while we have the time and everything like that. For those of you that live within the US, You can actually save 20% on this stand with my code Remarkably Created. For those of you that might live in the UK, in the comment section below, I will put the UK source for this stand that will save you money over Amazon. Those of you that live in Australia, it would be arkon.com.au. And then also in the comments below, I will list all of the product codes for all of these items so that you get the right thing. In addition, I love answering questions because, again, it's made my life easy. And when I was trying to do videos years ago and figure it out, there was nothing out there. There was nobody, saying, hey, here's the easiest way, here's the tutorial, or any of that kind of stuff. So if I can pay it forward, making somebody else's life easier, I believe that when we do well, we all elevate each other. So if I can help you, ask those questions below, and especially today on Monday while Aaron's still in the booth, we would love to help you with all of those questions. So thanks for joining us today, guys. I look forward to sharing lots more with you. Oh, which code? I did, Remarkably Created. He didn't hear me. So yeah, my 20% code is Remarkably Created. And again, we'll be watching your comments. I'll give you the source for the UK. I'll re-mention the source for Australia. And I'll give you all of the product codes in general, the different codes, because this was just released on Saturday, if you're looking for this. And then any questions that you have about use. I know one person, I'm sorry, real quick before we end, somebody yesterday mentioned that they have an issue with this gliding, like their phone tends to drag this down and move into their field. And that's simply a matter of making sure that these are as tight as they're supposed to be and you have it locked down. If it's gliding, it's because you haven't tightened one of these specific areas down enough. So I know that that was one concern yesterday, was that little glide that happens. And that's just a matter of you adjusting these down tight enough. So hopefully that's enough to get you guys started. And I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you share it with all of your other friends who are having difficulties with their overhead tutorials, and not just your stamping friends. Remember, your sewing friends, your painting friends, even teachers who want to show kids maybe how to solve math problems and stuff. There's a lot of uses for this for overhead tutorials. So thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching.